Hello everyone, it's Vicki here today designing for Pinkfresh Studio, and I am using the Happy Heart collection alongside the nested hexagon dies. And as you can see, I'm using this piece of paper which comes with the paper pack and has a little sample of all the papers on it. And I thought these would be really cute as hexagons on my page. So I just pull out my old manual die cutting machine and I'm going to cut a hexagon from pretty much all of those. I think there are two I don't, but pretty much all of them. And yeah, so I just obviously put the die on, run it through the machine, and then I'm placing them to the left of those squares, but a couple of them I've put in the center. It depends what's on the square. I want to just make sure that I pick the nicest part of it. So the plain ones, it's easy, but some of the patterned ones I move over a little bit. Okay, so all of those are cut out, as I said, except for about two, I think, and I'm going to place them where I want them to be on my page. And I'm kind of doing rainbow order. I'm starting off with pink, going through yellow, and then green and blue. So there's not obviously all the colours of the rainbow here, but I thought it would look quite nice arranged in that way. So some of them actually get covered over, but you can see what sort of effect I'm going for here. Just moving them around until I'm happy, and I quite like the look of that, so I'm happy with that. So I'm going to start to think about sticking those down before I do anything else, because yeah, that's what I want to do. So I cut some squares. Initially I was going to raise all of these onto foam, and then I thought for a bit of interest I might just do some of them. And I actually think that that looks really nice. So I cut far too many squares that I needed out of that sticky back foam, but that's okay because I'm using it all the time, so I will be using it later. Okay, so I just pick out a few here that I put the foam onto the back of, and I think it gives a nice little bit of texture. It looks really nice with the up and down of those hexagons. I think it works well. Okay, so just a little bit more shuffling, and then I'm going to start to stick them down. And then I can get on with layering up the layouts. So I'm going to skip through this because I just stuck them all down as they are, and you don't really need to watch that. There you go, that's the last one just going down now, and they're all stuck. I like it. I think it looks really cute. Now what I wanted to do in these little holes is put some ink. So what I'm doing is I've got the hexagon that I used to make the cuts, and I'm just drawing inside it with a light grey pen, that like a fine line pen in a light grey, and it just sort of adds those little missing hexagons into the effect that I have here. And I'm going to add some ink to those. So just do a few of those. And then I'm going to pull out some inks here. And the colours that I pull out are Sparkling Rose, Lemon Whip, Ocean Breeze and Sky Blue. And I'm going to put some of them, just dry ink them at first onto the layout. So the Sparkling Rose is going to go into a couple of spots. This just adds an extra bit of interest, I think, to the layout. And I like how that came out. And what I then decide to do, and I think I'll do it in a second, is add just a little bit of water where I've done that, just to sort of almost give it a watercolour-y effect. And it's very subtle, but I quite like how it looks. So I'm going to move on now to the Lemon Whip and do this one at the top and then the other one there at the bottom. These are just makeup brushes that I'm using here. I bought some colourful ones so that I could colour code them and not have to wash them each time. And that's the Ocean Breeze that I'm just putting on that one up there, and also the one at the bottom. Oh, sorry, the other one at the top. And then at the bottom I use the Sky Blue. There we go. And I put a bit of water on each one just to add that watercolour effect. So the page looks a bit pilled at the moment, but it does flatten out. Okay, so that's done, and that's my base. I'm really happy with that. I think it looks really pretty. And I'm going to pull out my photo now, I think. Yep, this is the photo of my nieces. They're just in the sun, in their sun hats by the pool. I'd like to say it's my pool, but clearly I don't have a pool. So that's when they were on holiday, and I think it's really sweet. And there's some messages in here, some little words here, Sunkissed, and I thought that was really cute. So Sunkissed and fun and cute, I'm going to pull out of there because these words are great. I really like them. I think I've used them on most of my layouts that I've made with this kit. So here we go. I think about using chipboard frame here, but I don't use it in the end. It doesn't really go with my hexagons, so I don't use that. I've got some the little die cuts here. I think I use a heart from there. I think just a heart. I do look through all the pieces though, because there's so much I could use, but I don't want to overcrowd this. Oh, okay, yeah, I also use this little sun umbrella there. That could be a rain umbrella or a sun umbrella, I think. So I'm using it as a sun umbrella. Okay, and I use a couple of puffy stickers. Just a little family time sticker there, and a little butterfly at the top. This yellow butterfly I don't actually ultimately use, but I changed that for another butterfly later. And then I've got the florals, so just going to tuck a couple of florals onto here and some leaves onto the end because I've got the greens and blues here at the end. I just wanted some extra pieces there. Little flower over on the left as well with the pinks. So pretty. This collection is just beautiful. I love it. So pretty. Okay, next, so I'm going to cut a couple of butterflies out of this piece of paper here. First of all, just this blue one, which I'm going to put on the right with my blue pieces. And then I think later on I also cut out another one to replace the yellow. There we go, cute. Yeah, so there we go. I've taken away the yellow puffy sticker, and I'm going to cut out a butterfly that has some pink and yellow on it. And I think that looks a little bit better up there. They're nice and easy to cut out, these butterflies. They don't take very long. There we go. That's the butterfly. What's coming next? Okay, I'm going to start to stick some things down here. Put some things on foam, some things not. The butterflies I just glue just down the centre so that their wings stick up and it looks like they're flying, and I like that. Okay, and the Sunkissed is going to stick onto my photo. I've printed it off as a sort of a Polaroid, so there's a space at the bottom and the title is going to overlap. Just putting some foam onto the back of the photo to raise it off the page. I know that it will sit on some hexagons that are already raised, but that's okay. I don't mind it being extra raised. So my title is going to be Sunkissed Fun. So you can see the little fun there, but I'm just sticking down all the other bits. I don't put the fun on foam because it's going to go onto that raised hexagon there. The little cute title is going to get raised off the page and overlap a couple of the hexagons there. I'm using Scotch tacky glue, just in case you're wondering, in a fine line bottle, and I find it gives you a little bit of give to move things around, but it also dries quite quickly, so you don't have to wait too long for it. There's the umbrella sticking down next to the title. And I think the next thing I'm going to do is put on some enamel dots. I think about using some other florals that I have from washi tape, but it doesn't quite work. You might have seen those pop in there. But yeah, so enamel dots, have to have some enamel dots on here. So I'm using some of the different colours in the appropriate sections where I have the colour on the page. And that's it. I think the final layer is about to appear. Yeah, there it is. I hope it inspires you to use that front piece of the paper pack, because I think it's a really underutilised piece of paper and it's great quality, just like the rest of the papers. Here are some close-ups so you can see that a bit more closely in detail. But if you have any questions, please do shout out to me and I'll link up the products I use below. But thank you so much for watching. I would love you to subscribe to my channel and to the Pinkfresh channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.